Marilyn Monroe's meteoric rise to fame and her iconic status in Hollywood concealed a deeply complex and vulnerable woman behind the glamorous image. In this chapter, we will delve into the personal struggles that Marilyn faced throughout her life, from her troubled childhood to her struggles with mental health, addiction, and the pressures of fame. Marilyn's difficult childhood, as discussed in Chapter 2, had a lasting impact on her emotional well-being. The constant feelings of abandonment and the search for love and stability left her with deep emotional scars. Despite her success in the film industry, these issues persisted throughout her life, making her susceptible to bouts of depression and anxiety. Marilyn's personal struggles were exacerbated by the intense pressure and scrutiny that came with her fame. As a sex symbol and one of the most famous actresses of her time, she was subjected to unrealistic expectations and the relentless attention of the media. The constant intrusion into her personal life took a toll on her mental health and well-being, often making her feel isolated and trapped. In addition to her emotional struggles, Marilyn faced numerous physical health issues. She suffered from endometriosis, a painful condition that affected her reproductive system and caused her to endure multiple miscarriages. These miscarriages were particularly devastating for Marilyn, who longed for a family and the stability it would bring. Her chronic pain also contributed to her growing dependence on prescription medication. Marilyn's struggle with addiction was a significant aspect of her personal life. She developed a dependence on sleeping pills and painkillers, which she used to cope with her physical and emotional pain. Her addiction worsened over time, and her reliance on medication would ultimately play a role in her untimely death. Marilyn also faced challenges in her relationships, both romantic and platonic. She was married 3 times, first to James Dougherty, then to Joe DiMaggio, and finally to playwright Arthur Miller. Each of her marriages was marked by its own unique set of difficulties, from Dougherty's desire for a traditional housewife to Miller's intellectualism and emotional distance. Despite her many romantic relationships, Marilyn often felt lonely and unloved. Her friendships were equally complex. While Marilyn had many acquaintances in Hollywood, she struggled to form deep and lasting connections. She was often seen as a threat by other actresses and was treated with suspicion by her peers. This sense of isolation contributed to her feelings of loneliness and her struggle to find true companionship. Marilyn's vulnerability and emotional turmoil were not only the result of her personal struggles but were also exacerbated by the Hollywood system. As a young actress, she was often treated as a commodity and was subjected to harassment and exploitation. She was also frequently typecast in roles that capitalized on her sex appeal, which left her feeling undervalued and unappreciated for her true talents as an actress. Marilyn's desire for more challenging roles and her frustration with the way she was treated led her to establish her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions, in 1955. This move was a bold and groundbreaking step for a female actor at the time and demonstrated Marilyn's determination to take control of her career. Marilyn's personal struggles also extended to her battle with self-esteem and body image issues. Despite being admired for her beauty and sex appeal, she was highly critical of her appearance and was constantly striving for perfection. This struggle with self-image was only exacerbated by the unrealistic beauty standards imposed on her by the film industry and society at large. Throughout her life, Marilyn sought solace and support from various sources, including psychoanalysis and therapy. She was a patient of several prominent therapists, including Dr. Ralph Greenson, who treated her during the last years of her life. 12. These therapeutic relationships were often complex and, at times, controversial, with some critics arguing that her therapists were ill-equipped to handle her unique set of challenges. Despite the many obstacles she faced, Marilyn Monroe's determination and resilience were undeniable. She continued to work and create memorable performances even as she grappled with personal struggles. Her vulnerability and emotional depth brought a unique and lasting quality to her on-screen roles, making her one of the most enduring icons of Hollywood. In the chapters to come, we will explore Marilyn's relationships, including her marriages and romances, as well as her friendships and rivalries within Hollywood. We will also delve into the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death, and the various conspiracy theories that have arisen in the decades since. Through this exploration, we hope to shed light on the woman behind the image, revealing the true depth and complexity of Marilyn Monroe's life and legacy.